Hey there, folks. This is the Kraken. I hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful week. It is the 25th of September, 2025, and I wanted to go over this is my workflow for WAN 2.2. I started with the template, going over here to templates, and then did video, and then it was this one right here. And then I've added my own custom nodes. My custom nodes are available on my Discord. So it's in 5 parts of 5 seconds each. And in this specific one, I'm using an input image here. And then it goes into Florence, where it does the Florence image to text prompt. And it gets what it is. I use more detailed caption. You don't really need to do that. It doesn't really matter though. And then it feeds it into Ollama. Ollama has some... It just says, you know, you're an expert film director. Your goal is to create a scene. So you have these 5 things here, and they are separated by 3 dashes. And the 3 dashes was a carryover of the parameters prompts. You know, if you ever did the Flux parameters where you get to play around with it, that is what gave me this idea. So it will it'll create an overall scene, and then it'll split it into 5 separated by the 3 dashes. And so you see what the result would be over here. You have the first action, 3 dashes, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And then it goes down to a prompt splitter. That is my custom node here. And you can see that it outputs. Now you do not have to have any of this nonsense. You could simply disconnect this right here and do it yourself and just write your own dashes in. And then what will happen is it will split it apart and it'll produce, and I can go in here and I can rename these prompt 1. There we go, prompt 5. All right, so you have your 5 prompts, and then each of these is going to plug in to the clip text encode for each of these things. So the first one goes there. And then over here, the only thing I've changed from the default was I added my WAN helper, where you can choose like the performance tier, how big the image you want, how many whatevers. I'm using 24 frames per second, how long the duration you want. You know, what do you want to do with all this? And it simply plugs into this WAN image to video node that is part of the template. And it also, the frames per second goes over into the create video, so it knows how many frames per second. It does all the math for you. I'm using the LoRa's for the lightning so that it's 4 steps, and you can see that it's a total of 4 steps. This is, like I said, this is all the standard stuff. And I've replaced the loader to GGUF, so I can use the GGUF high and low noise. Okay. And so this will then feed into the next one, which takes the last frame. So you have the image that comes out of the VA decode. It does do a save image. Did it disappear? Oh, it's right here. So it does a save image on each of these nodes so that it has the last frame, so you can do a do-over if you choose to do so. But anyways, it will make the video for part 1 and save it. But at the same time, it's also passing down the image from the VAE decode into the node below, where it is, once again, divvied up. Last frame is sent out. You got the save last frame. And the last frame becomes the first frame of the next section. And then the prompt from this is fed in. So we now know what the next section is. I leave all this alone. Now, this splitter also has a persistent. So anything you want to say about it, like for bat, something like that, right? Just to keep photo realistic, high detailed, something like that. You can do it for each. So it's persistent. It's going to add it automatically to every single prompt. And then you have some choices down here. Combine persistent, I'm going to say true. Persistent is at the top or the bottom. I'll do prepend or append, which is append is at the bottom. Separator, how do you want it separated? The delimiter is this, so you can change that if you'd like. Strip white space true, keep empty. WAN pack none. You have these right here. Apply pack true or false. False, I'm going to do shot type. You have some stuff here. Lens, you have some stuff here. lighting, you have some stuff here. So you could pick all of the, whatever you want to do, combine style presets. You can combine all of these by default. Okay. And so it creates these prompts. And again, the prompts are sent out to each of these. And again, every section has an in and then an out, feeds into this, and then it goes back to the next one and then goes on to the next one. Now, one of the things that for cleaning up that I would do is the set node, get node. So we have set nodes and we have get nodes. These are great for maintaining consistency. So instead of having these pipes going down, as you can see, going down, going down, going down, I can just go to the first one and say set node by however many times it is, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those, and then do get nodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, honestly, I feel like it's going to be just as much of a mess. Like, I really don't think I'm saving a whole lot, but you could do something like that because you still have to do the 5 get nodes. You'd have five get nodes. It doesn't really save anything, especially as you all know, you can just hide the links, right? If it bothers you, just hide them. And so when it's all done, we will have 5 segments that are saved in parts of 5 seconds long. And I can then put them in my favorite video editor and splice them all together. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to let it go automated. Again, I just want to point this out. It says right here, I put it in here, put 3 dashes on their own line to split into multiple prompts. So you can do this manually. You do not need to have Florence. You do not need to have Olama. If you're concerned about memory, I have Olama on a separate computer, so it doesn't bother me at all. But if you don't want to have Florence on here, like you just don't want to use it, or use ChatGPT, or use Gemini, or use Grok, or use, whatever your favorite is, use something else and type it in manually. You don't have to have any of these things. Just delete it. But you do need to have the load image to goes into this first frame. You have to have that. That is mandatory. So, but this connection coming down to Florence that then passes it through all this to create the prompts, you can delete all this or just turn it off. Turn it off, turn it off. Either way, okay? And then, but you'll have to, like I said, come down here, disconnect this, just make a reroute, disconnect it, and then manually type it in. You'll have to do that. All right, and that's it. So now I have an image put in there, and I'm going to see what all of this does. Now, if you have a problem with censorship, that's an Olama issue, and you can use different ones. Like that's the DeepSeek right here. It's okay, but like I like maybe this one for being more uncensored. So anyways, we're going to do this. So it's created these, and then it's gone through my prompt and it's come out with these, and then it's fed it in, and we have the first one being churned up right now. So it's right here. It's doing this. Leave the batch size alone. Should always be 1. I'm doing 24 frames per second, which is fed down through all of them, so they will all match. At the very end, we will have videos. Now, it does take a while. So it's 11 o'clock right now. We started about a minute ago. So we will see when this is done, how long it takes. This is on a 3090. I'm recording right now. I'm going to stop this recording. I'll be back when it's done. I'm going to close down Discord. I'm going to close down all these things just to free up some memory. And yeah, I'm going to close down everything. All right. Close, yeah, close tabs, close window, close all that. Make sure Discord's not still going. Like everything's down. Okay, we're good. So just OBS is left. I will stop the recording and close down OBS. We will see when this is done, okay? All right, we are back, and it is 12:37, and I just heard my fans kick off on my GPU, so I knew that it was done. I looked over. Sure enough, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And yeah, so you can look at these individually, of course. Just go ahead and play. Right, and then the next one. Looks like she's talking, so we can do maybe some lip syncs or something to the video. Okay, cool. All right, and then this one here. And then lastly, this one here. Fantastic. Okay, so we have 5. And then we take something like, I'm going to use DaVinci Resolve because I can. I have Adobe Premiere too, but I'm beginning to try to steer away from Premiere, even though it still does so many things better. I'm just trying to move over. So I'm just going to create a new project here. Oops. Yeah, new project. YouTube demo vampire. Okay. I'm going to go into the downloads folder. Not downloads, but documents. ComfyUI, if I can find it. ComfyUI. Output. And here we go. So, okay, so the ping, I'm having a problem here. Hang on, let's go back. So why is, I have a problem here. Starting here, so this one comes out and it is the correct thing. Then when this goes down, I think I messed up. I think I have the width and height here. Oh man. So you can see the bottom one is 1-to-1 ratio, which typically, and it's 720 by 720, which means that from up here, it's not carrying it down right. So this width, you see it, they're probably the same. Like I have width goes to width, height goes to height. It's got to be what it is. And this one too. No, because that one, width goes to width, height goes to height. So it's got to be somewhere. Maybe it's here. Oh, look at that. Look at this. The width. Oh, wait. No, it's going. Where's it going? Oh, it's going to here. It's not going down. There's only one. Ah. That's what it is. The width did not go down and connect correctly. Because that's the correct aspect. That's the correct aspect. And then right here, it fails. So it just didn't carry on down. Oh, man. Ah. Because I should have a save image here. Or last frame extractor. And then a save image. And this is part 4. Take both of these. Control C. Go down here. Last frame extractor. Last frame 5. Three. And 2. Just to make sure. 1. Oh, that sucks. It looks really good. Damn. I'm just like looking over and I'm realizing that I messed up the connections. Look at that, resolution text wasn't connected either. Frames per second. Frames per second. I guess we're done. Okay. I guess it didn't matter. I got to start it all over. Let me find another one to do. Let's see here. Here, you know what? Let's do this. Let me grab one of those and get the same. I'm having a hard time opening folders. Hold on. There we go. Let's grab one of these and let's pull it in. Let's grab it and pull it in here. So open up a new one. We have this cleared out. We have a llama generate going. And then we're going to make yeah, everything's fine. So let's batch of 7. So let's do 5. I'll make a new one. These are all my custom nodes. Got my prompt, my LoRa loader, my empty latent image, a case sampler, my checkpoint loader, everything else. Oh, and then my upscaler. Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. Too late, but for the next one. All right, I'll be back, guys, in a bit. All right, we're back, and what we have here is this image here that I'm going to use. I've done a little upscale on it here to give it more detail, and it just looks really cool. So we're going to be using that one. So now I'm going to dump out the memory here, and I'll leave it going, and I'll head back over here to this. Then I got to go find it. All right, so it would be, today's the 25th. It'd be in the 25th folder right there. Only did one today. So I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to let Olama create the prompt for it. And this time I have everything plugged in, hopefully correctly. Mark the time. It is 1:04. Well, hold on. Let's wait till exactly 1:05, and I'll click run. And I got to close out this. Oh, there it is. Go. Oh. Dang it. Sorry. All right. Well, unfortunately, I was off doing other things, and I wasn't keeping an eye on it. I think basically it was 2 hours, if I were to guess, to do the 5 at 25 frames per second, and we're doing it at 1280. So it's they're pretty big files, but yeah, they're all here. What's interesting is that they all look like the same. There's some mouth movements, but for the most part, they all look the same. But we do have them, and we're going to see what they look like. So what did I do last time? Went to DaVinci, pulled that up. We did create a new. Darn, that bugs me, man. I'm so sorry. Like I said, I was paying attention, but I have 50 things going on right now. I'm working on setting up a Jellyfin server too, and I was also doing dishes and whatnot. So I'm going to do this. Okay, I'm going to pull documents, ComfyUI, output. Okay, there should be here. All right, so part 5, I'm going to drag this in there and just put it someplace where we can find it. Part 4 is here. Part 3 is here. Part 2 is here. Part 1. Okay, oops. There's part 1. I'm going to go full screen, and I'm also going to zoom in a little bit here. If you don't know, you can smush these together like that. That will, like, you know, it won't snap. Like, it kind of snaps, but like going even tighter. There is a snap here. Let me see if I can find it. That one right there, I believe, snapping. So if I turn that on, now it snaps. It goes click. But if you don't, you can kind of overlap a little bit. Like, see, like right there is that. You could kind of go like that and take up the last frame, kind of overlap it. And that's actually legit. So we're going to do that. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. It's going to overlap by like 1 frame. We have another one. That was it. Okay. Go all the way back to the beginning, and we're going to look up here, and we're going to watch it. What is she looking at? Looking at her nails? Oh, ooh, what was that? Ooh, what the heck? That was random. Looked at her nails again. The thing like crawled up her arm. Now she's talking again. So that's fine. And we ended up with, I would guess about 20 seconds. It looks like over here, 25 seconds. 5 times 5 is 25. Yeah, 25 seconds. So there you go. That was weird. There was like some things crawling up her arm. Okay, so we have that. She looks at kind of her hand, her nails, puts her hand down, right? And then let's see here. So then her bracer turned into something and crawled up, and then another one came up, and then okay. This is all just under the creative control of WAN. That was kind of neat though. And for the most part, it looked like it was in pretty good quality. So there we go. Now we got 25. Now, we do have a last frame. So if we go back, we can see here that we have the last frame right there called last frame 5. Well, what we can do with that, let's see if we find it. Last frame 5, found it. Take it, drop it into there. So now it's the last frame of where this left off. And then I save this, file, save, and then I'm going to close this. For the first prompt, anyways, we start with the last frame, and now we can do it again. It is now 3:37. Hopefully I can remember to check on this, but I have lots to do, so it should be okay. Well, of course, I was watching Stargate SG-1, and again, wasn't paying attention to the time. It is now almost 6 o'clock, and I look over to see that it is done with the run. So, okay, I'm just going to stop it right there. We still have here, DaVinci, right? So it'd be like a new set of 5. See what it did this time. And that should make it about 50 seconds, right? I gotta learn the shortcut for zooming in and out. What would it be, you think? What could it be? Oh, wait. Zoom in, yeah, but what's the shortcut? Okay, I don't know. Can't be like that, right? All right. So part 1, there's 2, 3, there's 4, and here's 5. Okay, try this again. Sorry about that, guys. I'm in here. I have to click over here. Hold on. Control. Doesn't seem to be a zoom. Yeah, it is a zoom. Okay, it's a zoom. All right. So I'm going to go here. Or actually, hold on. Control plus. I'm going to go here. I go boop. Grab this one. Come in. One. And that. Control minus. Control plus. All right, now we go all the way back to the beginning. And what is, I think it's home. Home's all the way to the beginning. Okay, here we go. Watch it all again. The venom goo, whatever that tar stuff is from the movie, right? It goes up the arm, then it comes back up, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I dig it. There was a switch. I saw it kind of flicker. Talking again. Looking around. Look at the moon or whatever above her. Ooh. What the heck happened to her hands? She only had like 4 fingers. Why is she talking? What is she saying? Okay. Not sure I like that. But there you go. So control minus. Once again, I do have a last frame here, last frame 5. I can grab this, I can put it up there, and then I did some stuff here before. But we can add background, flying craft, zoom past, something like that. Okay. It is 6:05. I have no idea how long it's going to take again, but you know, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to forget and come in here and it'll be done. So we're just going to say like because I'm doing 24 frames per second at 1280. See, there it is. It's 1280 by 720. So it's 720 tall by 1280. It's a pretty reasonably big. I'm doing big images and I'm doing a lot of frames per second. So when you consider both of those things, that's why it's taking so long. Okay. So I simply mention that because I don't want people to think like, oh, look how long it takes. Because it's actually, I mean, if I had a 5090, I'm sure it would take less time, right? But I don't. So it is what it is. Okay, I'm gonna move this up a little bit. All right. I will see you guys in a very long time. All right, and to conclude, I was here for this one. 8:22 is when it ended. This last one, it looks really dark and weird, but you know, let's see what happens. So I'm about done with all this business for tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and save it one more time just to make sure that I have it saved, and then I'm gonna go ahead and close it out because honestly, like, let me see what this one was. When we made the image, this was an upscaler, which I didn't even use. So yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go to DaVinci. I need to get more into DaVinci, learn more about it. Like I said, I have Adobe Premiere. Oops, I have Adobe Premiere. Yes, we're gonna use this one. This was 5. Part 4, it's 755. Okay. Part 3. So this could be this one. Part 1, which will be this one. Yeah. All right. Bring these over. We learned from last time we can do Control plus to go in and out. So Control plus. I'm gonna come in here. I'll grab this and overlap it a smidge. And the last one there. All right. So let's first of all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see how these look. Oh, we got some weird things flying past the background. Interesting. It's kind of flying craft. Okay, I'm not sure why it's all weird and dark though. Oh, we got some bubbles. Embers? What are those? Interesting. Okay, so let's go. Let's pretend like we're going all the way to the back. Let's go all the way here, or to the front. Okay, let's do it all from the beginning. Remember, it's a cybernetic like vampire situation, right? Supposed to be like, if you know, since vampires are immortal, they would literally live forever and they would just adapt. You guys get my drift here? She keeps talking. I need to put that in the negative prompts, like no talking. Now she's got the 3 fingers. She's missing a finger. It's really weird because earlier she had all of them. There's the moon still spinning. Now it's gone to a weird color palette. Got the flying things. Still talking for reasons. I mean, I could just do like a long script, superimpose like some voice stuff over video, but not really. I mean, what you do is you break it out and then, yeah, I'm not sure how to do it because it sure did go weird, but the beginning is cool. All right. Well, anyways, that's it. If I want to keep going, I can like do some like overnight so that in the morning I wake up and it's even longer. But at this point, I don't think so because it's going off in a weird direction. I would have to do something like, you know, the light changes and that kind of a thing and try to bring the light back to photorealistic. I think it's just drifting. So, all right, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next video.